Take a walk on the woo-woo side with me. Hello, I'm Michelle Douglas and I'm an intuitive healer, coach and soul realignment practitioner. And I'm on a mission to empower you to make the choices which align to who you are as a soul. If you'd like more information, visit me at findmysparkle.com. Hello, it's Michelle here, coming to you today with an episode about soul realignment. So I've recently become a soul realignment practitioner and I absolutely love it. So today I'm going to be talking about that. So since becoming a soul realignment practitioner, I've come to realize that not a lot of people have actually heard of soul realignment or the Akashic records for that matter, and the incredible life-changing transformation this type of reading can help you to create. So what soon happens, obviously, once you've had a session, you'll have a very clear idea of what's going on there. So every client I've read for lately has been amazed at the incredible accuracy of a reading, because what I do is I go in and have a look at your soul profile, and there's a whole lot of stuff in there that you don't realize is in there. But it's about who they are. So I can say, oh yeah, you're the type of person who doesn't like this and you like that, and this is what feels right for you and this is what doesn't feel right for you. So a lot of my clients are actually like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I'm like. So it's been a really positive experience. So they're also intrigued, and sometimes it's quite funny, the soul story and the insight gained from that story, as well as how the patterns from that past life or from a past life are playing out in their life now. So I had a client yesterday, she had the most incredible past life story. We had a bit of a laugh and we learned a lot about how this past life version of her created the patterns through her own choices back then, which were now playing out for the client now and driving the unconscious choices that she was making in this lifetime. So what is a soul realignment? A soul realignment is an intuitive healing modality which uses the Akashic records. Now, the Akashic records are like a big energetic library in the fifth dimension. And I use the records to identify and clear negative karmic patterns which are held at soul level. And these may be preventing you from experiencing life in the way you would like to. So these patterns can affect any life area, such as finances, relationships, your career, your business, even your health. So to go back a little, a pattern is like an energy which drives the unconscious choices that we make day to day. So if we're running in a negative pattern, then we're going to be making choices unconsciously that align to that. So our choices will also likely be negative, which obviously are aligned to that pattern. And what do those choices create? That's right, negative outcome. So if you're wanting a soul realignment, it means that you're not liking how some or several areas of your life are going and you're wanting to shift that. So this is why it's really important to identify these patterns first so that they can be addressed. So how do you address a negative pattern? What my clients will very quickly learn during a reading is that we all have free will. We're all free to make choices which serve us or not. So if we continue to make unconscious choices which align to the negative patterns, we'll continue to create negative outcomes. However, if you're wanting to shift that, you will need to make different choices. Now, making different choices may seem easy in theory, but more often than not, the new choice will feel uncomfortable. Like I had my own personal experience from a few weeks ago where a certain new choice I was planning to make, it felt terrifying to me, even though I knew it would benefit me to make that new choice. So I did take the action, and guess what? I didn't die. So that's really good news. So what I should also mention here is that in addition to the new choices that we come up with during the reading, I have already performed an energetic clearing within your Akashic records in order to clear those old energies and prepare for your approval of the clearing. So the approval is noted when you start your 21 days of homework, or as one of my clients likes to call it, spiritual practice, because she doesn't like the idea of homework. The 21 days of homework will shift your mind subconsciously, but it will also act as a confirmation that you wish for your Akashic records to be updated with the clearing. Now, I should also mention about the Akashic records. It's like you could call it an energetic book, and it has everything there is to know about your soul, your past, your present, and even your probable future based on your current trajectory, if that makes sense. So anyway, that's all updated. And then, of course, the action that you make or take will prevent things from going back to the way they were before the reading. So it's all well and good to get that energetic clearing. But if you're not prepared to take the action, you will then continue to take or make those same choices, which perpetuate the negative pattern. So it's like, expecting a different result, but doing the same thing over and over again. So my job as a soul realignment practitioner is to guide you towards identifying what those new choices could look like, but ultimately they're your choices to make. They're not up to me to tell you what to do. And then I support you through those choices through the process of making them. So of course, nobody has to make these new choices. You can keep going as you are, or you could make different choices. It's 100% up to you. If you want to make change, make the new choice. If you don't want to make the change, don't make the new choice. That's basically where it's at. It's very black and white, which is another thing I really love about this modality is that it's very practical, but it's actually very clear which direction, like if you want to go in a certain direction, it makes it very clear what you need to do or how you need to address certain things. So what you'll find though, like at first you might be like, not really sure about these new choices, but you become more aware and conscious that you're about the choices you've been making. So what will happen is you'll be making an unconscious choice, and partway through making it, you'll become aware, you'll catch yourself making them, and you'll begin to rethink things a little. So for some people, they jump right in. They want to start making a bunch of new choices straight away, and more often than not, this is the fastest path to shifting that old pattern, because the pattern cannot be broken with the same choices. But for others, they need a little bit longer. They tend to take things a little slower, and that's perfectly okay. Even one tiny little baby step in the right direction will start the process of breaking the old pattern. And what you will find is that it becomes like a snowball and it gets larger and faster as you go. So while you might not have started fast, it will continue to grow as you go. What kind of rhymes? So the new choices will feel normal to you and not so uncomfortable anymore. And that's a really good thing. So if you'd like to learn more about soul realignment or how you could benefit from that, you can go to my Facebook page, my website, findmysparkle.com, and you'll see at the top right, there's a link to the soul realignment page. In there, I list the details of the soul realignment reading itself, and then there's a whole other bunch of readings I can do for you as well, based on life areas, your spirit guides, your chakras, and a whole lot more. Relationships. Yeah. It's all pretty cool. Anyway, come over and visit me, reach out through the contact page if you have any questions, and I hope to see you there.